welcome back to my channel. My name is Sasha if you're new here. Today let's talk about calling in high vibrational love. And I do mean calling in, okay, because you have to ask for what you want in life. And if you've been undergoing spiritual awakening, spiritual ascension, then you'll know that your heart chakra opens up so much and you're no longer interested in just like superficial love or just like connections that are not very deep. You want meaningful connections. You know, your heart craves it, your soul craves it, and you want things that are on a high vibration. Let's talk about some things we can do to call this into our life. So you guys, we're living in the Tinder generation where millions of people can just go on an app and just swipe back and forth. These are like superficial ways of selecting a partner. You know, when we talk about high vibrations, we're talking about what you cannot see, vibration, you know, because everything is energy and nothing rests, everything is vibrating. Okay, so a higher frequency, somebody whose energy is up, but more than that, they're just conscious, okay, aware. It's so much more than superficial. It's so much more than how somebody looks and how they appear to be. It's more so about how it feels, you know, and what real love is, which we can forget about in this world. So let's talk about what we can do to attract love to us that we deserve and are worthy of, because we attract who we are. So the biggest thing is working on yourself, because then you're going to be able to attract somebody who's just like you. So the first way that we can attract a high vibrational love is to do the inner work on ourselves, okay? And this is not always fun, you guys, but it's so worth it, because you are gonna attract somebody who's similar to you, okay? So when deep down at their core, okay, so you wanna be healing, you want to face any demons of your past. You want to face your upbringing. You want to face any pain that you've been trying to avoid. Just shine light on it, shine love on it, be gentle with yourself. You know, the other night I was watching this movie and it was highlighting like a father-daughter relationship. It got me so emotional. And when you're healing, you're gonna feel that way, and it's okay. It's not about shaming yourself or feeling guilty, but it's about looking at what needs to be seen within yourself so that you can just see it for what it is. In the movie, the daughter and the father had this really tight bond, really close relationship, and I just started crying out of nowhere. Like, dang, I wish I had that with my father. Like, why, you know, it just brought up all these feelings, all this pain, you know, that normally I would try to push down. But it's okay. You want to face these things and, you know, cry. Crying is such a beautiful releasing, healing technique, you know, like God made us to cry for a reason. Nothing is by accident, so we need to. It flushes us, it cleanses us, and, you know, write it out, speak to yourself and pray. But just whatever you do, don't suppress these feelings, you know, abandonment issues or just any pain that you've faced. You want to be gentle, take your time, and work through these emotions to let them go and release them and forgive. What this is going to do for you is create a deeper bond with yourself. You're going to get to know yourself and you're going to be a friend to yourself. Whereas before, you may have been abandoning yourself. You may have been ignoring these feelings. You may have been dealing with everything else, you know, worried about the outside world. Oh, where's the love of my life? You first have to be the love of your life. Okay, so doing inner work is healing yourself, and we can do this. We're powerful, and God is right there just waiting to comfort us, to love us, for us to gain understanding, wisdom, and just resolve, like acceptance, which is so beautiful. And so the second way that we can call high vibrational love into our life is to implement self-love, to really love yourself. And the only way you can do that is by knowing who you are, like tapping into yourself. A technique I love to do is like stare at myself in the mirror in the eyes. when you do this, you're just looking into your soul, you know, and you can't escape yourself. There's just focus there, and it's you building a relationship with yourself and just loving every part of you, accepting yourself, any perceived flaws, any negative thoughts. You're not your thoughts, you know, you're the soul inside of this body. And so just taking the time to build this relationship with yourself, self-love, real self-love, is going to call high vibrational love into your life, because you're feeling that inside. You're feeling that deep sense of worthiness and love inside. Then you're going to attract somebody who also sees your light and also sees, you know, your worth, because you see it. So calling in high vibrational love means loving all of you. You know, I saw this quote and I'll never forget it. You're the one who needs to say to yourself all the things that you've been waiting your whole life to hear. You know, so look yourself in the eyes and affirm yourself, you know, speak life into yourself, be there for yourself. And when you look into the mirror, into your eyes, like, what do you see? Like, beyond your physical appearance, you know, just look deeper and make the time to do this, you guys, because it's so important. It's just gonna help you to love yourself more, and it's gonna call high vibrational love into you, because you're starting to vibe higher, you're tapping into self, you know. And so one way that I knew that I didn't love myself in the past, looking back, was like my self-care was really lacking. Like I was putting everything else before myself, because I was taught that it was selfish to care too much about yourself. You know, your focus should be outward, but it's just not true. And so when you are starting to love all of you, you start prioritizing your health. You start thinking about your emotional health, your physical health, your environment, what you surround yourself with. You protect your energy. Think, how do you think of something that's valuable? Like if you have diamond earrings, how do you treat them? Because they're valuable, right? Okay, you are so much more valuable than diamonds or money. You are the most important thing. So you start to treat yourself as such. You're valuable, you're loved, you know, and you take care of yourself in this way. Then it becomes easier to see what is high vibe and what is not. Like what's gonna serve you and what's not. Because when you treat yourself right and you know your worth and your value, then it's very, very easy to recognize what doesn't, you know, and everything else is gonna fall away out of your life. You want to be able to respect yourself and accept yourself, love yourself, and then you're gonna attract high vibes to you, high vibrational love. So the third way to call in high vibrational love into your life is to be open to it, okay? Because it's so easy for us to close our heart chakra in this world, okay? Because through pain, heartache, things didn't go right, you know, our heart can become calloused and we can close it to try to protect it, put walls up over ourselves. But we cannot receive that way. So you want to be intentional with opening your heart chakra and being open to love, okay? You have to take a risk. No risk, like no magic. I love that quote. Like no risk, no magic. So open your heart and tell the universe. You have to ask and say, I'm ready for this. And when you ask, you have to trust that it's coming. Like you have to trust God. You have to trust the unseen, you know, and this is the tricky part, but it's the beautiful part, because God's like testing your faith in a way, which God doesn't test us, but it's like you're playing yourself if you ask for something and you don't believe that you're gonna get it. Like you have to know it in your heart that it's coming, you know, and that you're ready to receive it. And you cannot lie to God. God can see your heart, you know, and so when you're calling in high vibrational love, it's just about intentions, you know, you asking honestly of God and then God delivering. The universe will deliver, but are you open to receiving love, which is of the highest vibration? because it's going to be new. It's going to be different from anything that you've ever had before. Because as you're growing and evolving and learning and cultivating real self-love within yourself, it's going to be new, and change can be scary. And sometimes we can just feel fear and just feel like doubt and feel unworthiness. But you have to work through that. Okay, so you want to open your heart chakra and surrender. Okay, so that's the next way. The fourth way that we can attract a high vibrational love is to surrender to divine timing. After you ask of God, you have to release it. Okay, you cannot control what comes into your life. Like, you have to trust and have faith. It's kind of like a dance with the universe. You ask and you make your desires known. You have faith, you take action, and also you surrender. You let go, you release. You can't control. You can't say it has to be this person at this time. No, you have to surrender to divine timing. So it's a dance. It's part you, it's part God. It's part action, it's part surrender, it's part flow, and it's part, you have to, it's a balancing act, it's a dance to just surrender, because it might not be as easy as a swipe, the highest vibrational love, the best thing for you, but you have to trust that what's in your best interest is coming for you. It's not going to be withheld unless it's not the right time. But everything is working for your highest good. Okay? Again, back to faith and building that relationship with God is like everything's working for your highest good. Just know this. Know it's true, okay? Even when you can't see it. So the next way that we can call to ourselves high vibrational love, this is a little hack, okay? And I know that it works. You want to feel the feelings of having it already. Feel the feelings of that person already being there, of you already have received what you want, like what you're asking for, what you're going to receive. Already feel the feelings of the love, of the high vibrational love. It's like a little hack, and it will work. So visualize your life. Feel how you'd feel to wake up next to the love of your life, or to make them a meal, or to accomplish something together, or to support them, or to be supported, to have fun, to play. How would it feel if the love of your life was already here? Like if they were already cuddling with you, already encouraging you, like already supporting you, already by your side. Like, how would it feel? And you want to soak into these feelings because it's gonna speed up the manifestation. The universe speaks in vibration, so you want to vibrate in love. You want to feel the feelings of love. Be in that happiness state, because nothing outside of us is really going to make us happy. It could add to our happiness, but it's not going to be the happiness, because happiness comes from within. And so feel the feelings of love, envision it, use visualization, feel those feelings, and it's going to call in. It's like a signal to the universe, come. So the last way that we can call in high vibrational love is to get ready. Okay, get ready to receive it and act as if it's already here. Okay, so think, how does a wife act? How does a husband act? Or a mature person who's like ready for a commitment or a high vibrational love? Like, are they at the club every weekend? Like, are they swiping through Tinder, or like watching porn, or just like embody the feelings of what you want your partner to be? So if you want your partner to be honest, you need to be honest. You want them to be loyal, you need to be loyal. You want them to be whatever it is, you should be that too, because you're going to attract who you are. And it's not even about acting, it's about being. You want to be what you're seeking. You want to be that yourself. And so consider it kind, brave, spiritual, whatever it is, responsible, just like I guess, mature in a way, because the dating scene and just like relationships nowadays, they just a mess, okay? A hot mess. And so if you want something on a higher vibration, you have to be on a higher vibration yourself to call that forth to you. You know, that way you're speaking the same language and you can recognize your true partner, they can recognize you. And so these are my tips on how to call forth a high vibrational love. It is so possible, even in this crazy world. We can do it, but we have to be what it is that we're seeking. So I'm wishing you so much success and love, so much healing and just power. I love you so much, and I will see you in my next video.